Hi guys, this second video talks a little bit about the different boxes in Google Sheets. So this whole thing is set up like a battleship board where you have columns that have a letter and you have rows that have a number. So this box right here, if I select it, is column A, row 1, so we call it A1. This box right here is A2, so we call this box A2. Can go down a little bit, this would be column A, row 7, so this one is A7. If we go over, we can click a box here. This is in column B, row 5, so this would be B5. And it goes across all the way, so I could click here, and I am in column E, row 1, so this is box E1. For these boxes, or these cells as I call them, you can put in words, you can put in numbers, as you've seen in the Google Sheets we've already used. There's a lot of formatting you can do with the words or the numbers that you have there. So if I put in a sentence, the moon is made of blue cheese, why not? You can see that when I have this whole sentence, the box got bigger. And that has to do with my text wrapping that I talked a little bit about in the last video. Okay? So when you have your text wrapping where it is like this, it makes it go down to the next line to show all of your words. You can change that to overflow, which means it will go into the next box. As long as there's nothing written there. As soon as you type something in, you can see that it won't overflow over the written words that's in the next box. But if there's nothing there, it will overflow into the next box. The last thing that you can do is make it clip so it just cuts off and you can't see it. Okay, so if you are having some problems with not being able to see stuff you're putting in the boxes, check your text wrapping and see if you have it on a setting where you can't see all of it. The other thing you can do is change the size of these boxes. So I can hover between A and B and you'll notice a double pointed arrow. If you click and drag, you can make the box bigger or you can make it smaller. If you hover between the rows and have that double pointed arrow, you can click and drag and make the boxes bigger or make them smaller. You can do that for any of the boxes. Okay. The other thing is when you are editing these boxes, if you click outside of it to select a different box and you need to go back and edit your box, if you click once, you're going to have the whole box selected. So it's kind of like highlighting everything inside the box. If you start typing to fix it, well, it deletes everything you had. Okay, so you have to be very careful. What you need to do is either double click until you see a cursor, your cursor in the box so you can type or move around to fix what you need to fix. Or you can also edit things from up here. So if I was going to, for example, make my table and I wanted to do time in minutes for a data table, and I start working again and I realize, oh no, this was supposed to be in seconds. I can click on A, take my cursor up here and select where I want to change and type the change in there. Okay. Or again, you can double click in the box you want to work in and move your cursor around to change what you need to change. Okay. So be careful of that. This box right here, the fx, is called a function. This is where you put in equations if you're going to be doing some math work in Google Sheets, which we're not doing for this class, but has some really good uses.